It reminds me, and obviously, some scenarios going on in my life that I'm not fully open to share at this moment, but the concept of like today and like when you're in rehab or you're in remission or any of the things that you're trying to get out of, doesn't matter what component, they tell you to focus right on today. That you wake up that morning and you promise yourself in that day, I'm not going to blank, not going to do this thing. I'm not going to come off track in this way. And I just think that that's such a powerful tool because each day leads into tomorrow and it feeds into the next day of success. And God knows that compiling ability of greatness. And so if today we're seeking him first, if today we're expectant for all he has to give us, then tomorrow will worry about itself. Tomorrow it will compound because we've just done something and he's saying, well done, good and faithful servant. Guess what your blessing is today? Well done. Guess what your blessing is today?
Yeah.
And he's going to continue to give the God winks, full circle to that, of just saying, I see you. I see you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Because as a mom and as a dad, that's all we want for our kids.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you trip up today. If you give your absolute best and you mess up, God's still going to say tomorrow, do it for today.
Yeah.
Do it for today.
Yeah.
And he's there to walk you through and walk you hand in hand, pick you up, all of the things that we know about God. But are we truly living in that space, in that place of giving it all to him and doing so in a way that allows us to have the time and the energy and the space to actually recognize that we're doing it. And I'm obviously fully in comprehension that people have to work. So we're talking about the American dream. You have to make money to live nowadays. I get that. But it's how are you doing it? And when you're at your 9 to 5 or whatever your hours of operation are you still making those connection points? Because you can still work through a computer and everyone connects with somebody on a given day. It doesn't matter who you are. Maybe it's the sign off on your email.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the text that comes through that you likely would ignore, but instead you pour into for a couple extra minutes. It's not going to deter you that much that it's going to ruin whatever you had planned otherwise.
Yeah.
I think I admire the way that you are so able to just be present and not allow what just happened or what's about to happen or what is actually even happening in the current moment in another facet of your life affect that presence, which is God.
Yeah.
Like he knows, imagine all the other piles of that he's dealing with on a given basis at a given minute and a given millisecond. Yet he loves us and cares for us so much that he's willing to sit in this very second with us, whether that very second is pain, whether that very second is dancing on the beach, whether that very second is bawling your eyes out and feeling completely alone in the world. He is always able to be right there with each of his family, each of his sons and daughters. And it's such a magnitude of a thought to have all the grains of sand, that he's spending that time with each of us individually, but that's ever present. That's his abundance. That's his all natural ability. And it was done and created because it's already within us. Like he exists, right? His spirit is here already. So it's not a matter of us striving in perfection to attain, again, from a master to servanthood perspective, to attain that gift. It's already given. Like he went to the cross for it. It was that big. So it's such an incredible thing to constantly be thinking about. And I would love, like, what are the things that you do, like practical on a given basis, that like keep you like right here, right now?
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Okay.
Spending a lot of time with the Lord.
Yeah.
And I don't mean doing things centered around him. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about just being with him.
Yeah.
There was so much. For those of you that don't know me, I was working a 9 to 5 job up until March of last year. I just quit it. I had some other side things going on, ministry opportunities, just traveling, things coming up that I knew I wasn't going to have like paid time off for.
Right.
And I'm kind of looking at them and deciding, all right, either I just decide that I just won't have those, I can't have those opportunities?
Right.
Or could I believe that if these things are coming at me, not as, thus saith the Lord you must do, but invitations?
Yeah.
Am I willing to put myself in a position where I can receive as many, if not all, of the invitations that come from the Lord, and not be limited or bound by things that either I've set up or that He's trying to take me from? Some things are great for a season, and they are meant to be. Not everything's a wrong choice. Oops, shouldn't have done that. But you realize that growth in the Lord is unlimited.